Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links all of which you can find in the video description below, including ways to support this channel. But the biggest thing we're pushing for right now is just click that red subscribe button. You know, I'd love it if you checked out thebeardstruggle.com or my books or my other content. I'd love all of the interaction that I get with you guys, but really subscribing, because our goal now, I've kind of done the numbers and I think this is doable. We're shooting for 3,000 by the end of this year, 3,000 subscribers. And I think it's well within our grasp, and 5,000 by the end of the next year. If we get more than that, that's fantastic, but that's really the goal. So all of you who are here, who are new, who haven't subscribed, please just click that red button. And if you've been coming here and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Just, you know, you want to click that button. It's just a click right there. See, Ripley even said, Ripley said click the red button too. I know she ran out there because Mommy just passed by in the hallway, so now she's standing at the bedroom door wanting to see what Mommy's doing. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at Dax's The Abyss. This is not his latest, but it did come out a couple 3 weeks ago, I think. And it's a really powerful song about mental health and awareness of your own sort of struggles and seeking help. And so we're going to take a look at that. Pause is necessary. Talk about the music. This is a live review show. It's not a reaction show. It's fine if you guys call it that, though. I don't want you guys to think that upsets me, but I want you guys to know what this is. I have listened to this before, and so we're going to talk about it and all of that good stuff. And hopefully it doesn't take as long for the video to process. Last night I did the warning, and normally it takes about 15 minutes for the video to process to YouTube and for the full video to become live. And it didn't. The full video didn't become available till sometime in the middle of the night last night, which is really strange. So hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. We'll see. But we're going to take a look at this Dax's The Abyss. We'll talk about it, etc., etc. Welcome. Whoever's in the live stream, say hi. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Above all, click that red button. And welcome to all the new Beard Wizard family members who have joined in the last few days and weeks. We are ticking up there very quickly toward 3,000, which is our goal. If we can hit that by the end of the year, that would be fantastic. So, Dax's The Abyss. Here we go. Cheers.
Everything I did, I always gave it my best. I don't know if anyone relates, but the feeling that I get is like a truck sitting on my chest. Wondering how much do I got left? My last call, my last step. I'm not gonna wait just to see what's next. I go hard cause today could be my last breath. We do life and we can't relive it. We only get one chance. If you blink, then you might just miss it. Many people come and go, they all just visit. Don't ever expect nothing different. Just listen as I paint this image that you'll all revisit. Yeah, my glass half empty, but I still might sip it. I was traumatized. What would you have said when you was looking in my mama's eyes? Nothing. Yeah, I might have said I was okay, but I probably lied. So this pain is how I harmonize. Make an impact, that's what I personify. And yes, I'm making music that you cannot just define by the numbers on my Spotify. All of this pain, I just want to be happy. Mama.
So Dax has been going, we're going to back up a little bit. Dax has been going on this journey, if you will, of reflection, self-reflection, and talking about things like trauma and alcoholism, depression and stuff. And that's one of the things that Dax is good at and well known for, at least on this channel, is he usually picks a topic and he'll do several songs or several pieces strung together over sometimes many songs over the same topic and sometimes the same character. We saw with the Joker pieces, and kind of develop this story as he goes. And his recent ones have been about mental health, about men's mental health and alcoholism. And in this case, he's also going into a little bit of early trauma, also a little bit of imposter syndrome here. You know, while he is affirming his skill, his talent, his belief in himself, it's almost like he's talking to himself here. And that's something that a lot of us artists go through, is are we good enough? And we struggle sometimes to feel like we're good enough to have people enjoy what we do, or have people that are fans. To have fans is such an odd thing. And so we go through that struggle. And Dax is kind of alluding to that here. Now, I need to look, too. Early on the laptop, it looks like he was on maybe Canada's Got Talent or something. I'm going to have to look that up and see if he was actually in one of those shows, and maybe we'll check that out as well. This is a slower one for Dax. Dax is a very articulate, very fast rapper, but he also knows when to pull it back, and he's doing that here, doing very well with it. It needs to be with this slower tempo and this more precise, drawn out sort of flow that he's got here. It's great. I'm loving it.
So this pain is how I harmonize, make an impact, that's what I personify. And yes, I'm making music that you cannot just define by the numbers on my Spotify. All of this pain, I just wanna be happy. Mom almost died the same day that she had me. Driving to the hospital, she swerved and crashed badly. Doctor said I was a miracle while looking at my daddy. I was 0 when I first dodged death. I was 6 when the devil told me watch my step. Couldn't sleep, I was scared to go inside my bed. Fighting demons, I was hearing things inside my head. So back to the doctor, he didn't have a diagnosis. So my whole damn life I felt lost while fighting psychosis. Talking to myself, hoping nobody would notice. Mom said pray every time I heard the voices. Life or death every day, I swear I made choices. Knife in my hand, trying not to lose focus. Playing basketball religiously to drown out the noises, man. Let me explain that, it's like laying on train tracks. Grabbing guns, contemplating blowing your brain back. Eyes closed shut, watching everything fade black. People stepping over you, you feel like a placemat. Fuck, and let me make it clear, God is the only one that I've ever feared. But you start to get paranoid and look over your shoulder when these people have been hurting you for so many years, so I had to escape. If you listening, I know that.
So he's I guess talking about this coping mechanism that he developed, and he talks a little bit about it, that people show up but they never stay. People stepping over him like he's a doormat. I think all of us, especially earlier in our lives, before we learn to sort of discount that, we realize that there are a lot of people in our lives who really don't care, who are just around us either because they have to be or because we have something that they want. And the older you get, I think the more, if you recognize that, you start to realize that your circle of friends is really very small. And I think people want that to be different. People want to have a ton of friends, but if you really think about it, the people you can count on in your life, the people you could really, count how many people you could call at 3 o'clock in the morning and need their help, and they would get out of bed and come help you, whatever it is. I'll bet you don't have that many people, and that's not a bad thing. I don't want people to think that is, but I think people think that's a bad thing. It's not a reflection of you, and it's not something to be upset over. It's something to recognize that the majority of the people in your life are not friends, they're acquaintances. And I think too many people latch on to that and they let it bother them. But he's also going to this sort of, he created this abyss, this dark space to go to protect himself. And I think a lot of us do that. A lot of us, say we're okay when we're not, or we don't want to engage with people, so we just pass it off as, no, I'm fine, I'm good. Because we start to realize that those people aren't here to help us. There's only a few people who are, and those are the people you need to talk to and open up to. You've got to come out of that abyss from time to time. You just got to be careful who you come out of that abyss to, if that makes sense.
Let me make it clear, God is the only one that I've ever feared. But you start to get paranoid and look over your shoulder when these people have been hurting you for so many years, so I had to escape. If you listening, I know that you relate. Is that feeling that you get like your life and existence was all just one big mistake? I felt trapped and I couldn't find space. I went and got lost in the things I'd create. Ever since I was a kid, people hated and they judged everything that I did. So I went into my mind and created the abyss, man, I swear I did. How the hell y'all think I make all these hits? It's cause I've been broken, beaten, dragged, laughed at, scorned, burned, and kicked. So I get to reach in this endless pit of hurt and pain from all that shit. And that's the only reason that you people come here. Oh, for God's sake, even know that Dax exists. This is how it feels to drown. This is how it looks notes when you lost and you can't be found. The abyss was a place I'd visit, but I went so much that I'm gone and I'm stuck here now. This is not music, this is not dope. This is me begging y'all to throw me a rope so I can try to climb up the place where I came in my life when I spiraled and first lost hope. Let me explain. I've been Dax so long, I get PTSD when somebody says my real name. But I guess that's the price you pay. I didn't want it to be like this, but I guess it is what it is. Inside the abyss.
Damn, dude. Dax paints a pretty dark picture, no pun intended, of how a lot of people cope with that. And it's important to find. The most important thing is that he talks about it with his platform, with his reach. You know, dude's got a lot of followers. So for him to step up and say, "This is me," and talk about these things, talk about mental health, talk about these issues, I think is really important. And kudos to him for doing it. Great song. Probably not one of his best. I like this one, but he's got so many really good songs. And this is a good one, but it's not my favorite of his, but I did really like it. And I think it's a very important message. And you know, he goes into how artists create from the trauma in our lives. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, when I went through the death of my parents, I definitely was more inclined to write things at that time because I was really drawing from a lot of pain and stress and struggle. And when you don't have those things, sometimes it's harder to create because the inspiration often comes from the dark places in our lives. So yeah, sometimes it is a cry for help, but it's also a source of what inspires us and what creates us. Great one from Dax. Make sure you go check out his channel and subscribe there. Make sure you subscribe here. Thank you so much to everybody who was here. I appreciate every one of you. Be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends and tell everybody. Let's see if we can hit that 3,000 mark by the end of the year. Come back for Warning Wednesday next week. Maybe some gaming on the Twitch channel tonight. Depends on how I feel after dinner. And some more content coming soon, I promise. So I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.